miniseries with Winter Soldier and Falcon, which is going to be both of those characters in one miniseries. I'm actually not sure they would pick up 5 more ongoing shows, as well as possibly continuing in our limited series, being Defenders. So, my best guess is they'll have maybe 3 or 4 shows if they do go through with it. They probably won't continue on with Defenders. And it'll just be Daredevil. They'll probably rename some of these too. Like, they'll call... I mean, I wouldn't mind a name change, really, if it was just a name change. Like, Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. They could change Jessica Jones to Alias Jessica Jones. Luke Cage and Iron Fist, they could just call Heroes for Hire. They could make it one show of the 2 characters. Punisher, I don't really have a name for Punisher. So this is what I wrote. I was just mad. I was like, fuck Disney, fuck Netflix, fuck the ever-loving hell, fuck the ever-loving hell out of 2018. Netflix Marvel is unfortunately dead, or it will be after Jessica Jones Season 3, Punisher Season 2. I mean, you can't blame me for being mad. You can't blame me for being mad. I'm furious. Oh, somebody replied, I guess. This was on an older video. I'm gonna have to pause it because I don't want copyright strike. Well, it's an ad, so they can't copyright maybe a fraction of a second of an ad. Unless the YouTube rules have changed. Oh no. If only I could tell me from a month ago that that's what they did. That's what I wrote. It's like, that would be idiotic to cancel Daredevil since that's the show with the biggest fan base. I wrote, in my defense, I wrote that it was Netflix's decision to cancel Iron Fist and Luke Cage, not Disney. And then again, I guess Disney was like a vulture over their back or something. Well, you were right. You ended up being right. Right. Just try not to rub it in my face. In my face. I'm very frustrated right now. This news. You still here, Nitro? I keep talking so darn much, I don't even know if you're still here. I'm still here. Okay. I mean, I have a good question for you, Nitro. Do you watch any of the Arrowverse shows? And have you seen any of the ones, like, currently this season? Except for Into the Spider-Verse. Yes, I am. I just have to... I don't know if I'll be able to see it in theaters. I'd have to see. I guess it's starting a second thing, because there's one right here that's 49 minutes. I guess it's starting like a part 2 or something. That's odd. I guess maybe that's why I had, like, streaming trouble. And that's why it's cutting to this. I guess. I don't know. Well, at least The Gifted hasn't been canceled yet. Let's just hope it doesn't get canceled soon. Hello, Tevya! I have been waiting. I have been waiting for you to show up. So now we have Nitro and we have Tevya. This should be fun. This should be really fun. I I was just saying, I was telling Nitro I'm very disappointed. I mean, very, very disappointed. Hey man, what's up? It's been a long day. It's been a long day, and this news has not helped. And I'm very disappointed that the show that made me into a fan of the titular character of Daredevil is over with. Is canceled. Who knows for how long. I've also, I'm disappointed too. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. This character, that's what I was telling Nitro. This character has had, he's had very few animated appearances. This is one of their big characters. This is surprising. I don't know if the movie was, so bad that Marvel decided for a while not to do anything with this character. But I don't know if it was a rights, comic rights or comic character rights issue, but I find it surprising that the character, the last time the character appeared in anything in animation was back in the 90s. And this is one of their bigger characters. This isn't some obscure character like the Inhumans or something. And y'all know I had to take a jab at the Inhumans. I know that they're a little bit bigger known now, but still. But, and we were also talking about Into the Spider-Verse. I would love to see Into the Spider-Verse. With everything going on right now, stuff going on with me, we have, gotten a camper now, or we're in the process, finalizing and whatnot, of getting a camper, so we will have that to stay in, so... yeah, Into Spider-Verse looks fun. Yes, it does. It looks really cool. And I heard, good news for you, Tevye. They've already said that they're doing, because I guess of all the positive reception, they're doing a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse, and they're going to do a spin-off that is all of the female spiders. So we'll have 2 more movies out of this, so that's gonna be cool. I really like that Peter Parker in this, that he's not, that they've, it's they know with this, they've done teenage Peter Parker to death across a lot of stuff. I like that he's more, 30s, 40s. And we get Spider-Girl Mayday Parker, possibly. I mean, that's possible. Maybe the movie might be focused on her. It could be focused on... Although in Humans, everyone forgot about them when they snapped them out of reality. Yeah. I think Spider-Woman would be cool too. Yep. Yeah. But but I like that, if this is a good, universe, I could see, a cool animated film series out of that, so that's nice. So I'm at least glad that, I mean, Sony, I'll say this, in all fairness, Sony does do, to a degree, they may have done an Emoji Movie, but I don't know. But I think they've had a better track record with their animated movies than their live-action movies, so... And with the writers and people on board, these, Into the Spider-Verse and Spider-Man and stuff, that'll be in good hands. So, and it looks fun. Happy as grown man instead of a teen having an adult's body. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just like, because they've always, that's something that they've always done. That was one of the things I hated about I haven't seen Homecoming, but I've seen stuff from Homecoming, and I just thought it was just, I don't know, they really changed a lot about what people like about Spider-Man. From him not making the suit, and the suit having AI or an AI like Iron Man-esque programming and stuff. And I mean, I understand like Peter Parker starts out as a wimp and stuff. I just wish like towards Iron Man that he had a little bit more of a backbone instead of just being like an intern. I love saying chat, but it's super late over here and I gotta get ready for bed. But before I go, what does it say? What does it say? Before I go, I will give Sony credit. Into Spider-Verse does look good, while the Emoji Movie was awful. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And you have yourself a wonderful night, Tevya. And I will see you, I guess, if you have any videos or live streams tomorrow, I'll check them out, maybe hang out for a little bit. If I'm not busy tomorrow, I'm probably be busy with stuff. At least this movie looks good. Yes, it does. It looks amazing. It looks very, like, it's, to me, I agree with what people said. It's more visual than Homecoming was. Like, when you see the poster, let me get that poster. Okay, and a little smile and wink. That's nice. Let me get that poster. If Nitro's still here, I can show him. It's the poster where he's up, like, he's shooting, like, going, like, not shooting, but he's going down, but it's like the picture's, I think, upside down. It's like very visually cool. There it is. If I can get it. That's a really cool poster. I wish that's like something else. I wish Homecoming had been more, or at least from what I've seen, it doesn't really look as visual as some of the other films, like some of the other Spider-Man films. Here's another one. And surprisingly, Miles is Into the Spider-Verse, this costume here that he's wearing, it's in, they added that in the recent update to Marvel Future Fight, which is crazy because this is a Sony movie. And usually when they have stuff with, like, movie costumes or show costumes, it's in Marvel-owned stuff. So I don't know if this means if we'll be getting, the Sony Venom movie, Venom costume. Homecoming made sense, but it's kind of a mixture of Miles Morales and Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, but I think all the stuff that happened was off-screen. Plus, it's based off of the original Ultimate. Yeah, it's just... Well, I mean, another thing is that people were saying that the movie... I mean, if it weren't for, like, Robert Downey Jr. and Michael Keaton, people were saying that there wasn't much keeping Homecoming from being that different than a Disney Channel original movie. And people thought, like, that he joked too much, like the Ultimate cartoon, or that it just kind of came off as more like Disney XD Ultimate Spider-Man instead of, you know, Spider-Man. I mean, if you liked Homecoming, that's fine. I'm not gonna... I mean, honestly, I would forgive some of the other stuff if Peter wasn't so damn submissive or weak or whatever acting towards Tony. Because it just means, like... Because, I mean, I was really... At one point, I was interested in seeing Spider-Man and all of his villains in the MCU. And seeing the Spider-Man side of the universe. But the film just had to... I mean, from what I've seen, it just seems to remind me that, oh, it's just... Like you have scenes with Tony, and you have scenes, like, some of the, like, cameos with Captain America, and those were fine. It's like the little recording stuff, like video, like VHS tape, whatever. But I'm like, yeah, I get it. Tony's, like, the head of the MCU. It doesn't mean that you have to have Spider-Man, like, be his, like, intern or be whatever. That's all I'm saying. I would forgive some of the other stuff, like some of the other annoying, unbearable changes they made to the film if they at least had him give him some backbone. I mean, that's why I've been saying is that I wish the PS4 Spider-Man had been the MCU Spider-Man. But people just had to have it in the same universe. Have it be in the same universe as Iron Man and whatnot, since they had 6 years, or not 6 years, 8 years of movies before Homecoming. They couldn't say that he's been in the universe of Spider-Man all along. I think I'll enjoy Into the Spider-Verse. It looks really good. I just hate all the bashing he gets. People should just calm down. I don't see why Miles, at this point, a lot of people have been liking Miles. I'm pretty sure before he passed away, because Miles came out in 2012, I'm pretty sure Stan Lee gave his, approval towards Miles, because, I mean, at least then, when Marvel adapts, if they want to do a black African-American Spider-Man, they can just do Miles. They don't have to change Peter's race, you know? And that was something I think Stan liked, too. I understand what you're saying. I also agree with what you said. I wouldn't mind if Peter was like PS4 Spidey. PS4 Spidey is amazing. Yuri Lowenthal is, I mean, I liked his voice acting and stuff before. I mean, he was, one of the roles was, I remember he was the Prince of Persia. And that was a game I played a long while back. But hearing him as Spidey, as Spider-Man, and Peter Parker, and I mean the fact that the man even did in all of the gameplay scenes where they have dialogue, where he's talking to MJ or to Aunt May or somebody else over the comm link. I even appreciate that Yuri Lowenthal did 2 takes. There would be one take where he's just crouching, sitting down, whatever, talking to whoever. And then he would say the line, and then there was another take where he would say the exact same line, but it's if he's web swinging. That is amazing. To do 2 takes of all of those lines, that is just, wow. That's just, and I mean, even other than that, I mean, his acting, because some of that is motion capture, because they have to capture the facial acting and stuff. And, I mean, even, the motion capture acting was really, especially I mean, oh my gosh, the ending of that with Aunt May, I won't spoil anything, but, I mean, it pulled at me. It was in the best way. It really grabbed me. It really put me in the moment. And I mean, in the scene where it's I've let me see, her, Aunt May saying, let me see my nephew. And it was just and I mean, it's kind of a shame that, because I've heard Homecoming has a lot of comedy, but I don't think they've had an emotionally moving scene like that. But I don't know. Thankfully, even though it's not announced now, they'll probably announce it after all the DLC comes out. We should be getting a sequel to PS4 Spidey. So I hope PS4 Spidey feels like Spider-Man from the comics. I need to get the game. Peter feels like a breath of fresh air. I know about the ending. I cried too. Or if I didn't cry, I was very close to crying. Because, I mean, that scene, and I've seen the movie. I haven't played the game, but I've seen the cutscene movie. And I've been saying to people that there's been even people saying that this game cutscene movie, and even all the dialogue and all the stuff, even all the little fun stuff like Spider Cop and all that stuff, people have been saying that it's some of the best writing Spider-Man has had in probably the past 10 years. The last time he's really had something on this level was Spectacular Spider-Man. So, I mean, it's kind of sad when a video game company like Insomniac Games, they understand and know the character better than Marvel does right now. Because Marvel just been going all over the place. Spider-Man PS4 gets a surprise Black Friday discount. Okay. And that's why another thing is I wish they had done a tie-in comic to PS4 Spidey, because I would pick that up. I don't really care for Spider-Geddon or whatever comic PS4 Spidey was appearing in, but I would read a tie-in comic of PS4 Spidey. It takes place after the game wraps up, or after the DLC. Have you seen Spectacular Spider-Man series? It feels great since the 1990 show, and Sonic truly gets Spider-Man. I have seen Season 1 of Spider-Man, which was the first 13 episodes. I think I may have seen an episode or two of Season 2, because I remember it used to air. CW used to have this cartoon block on Saturday mornings. It was called Vortex. It was an amazing block. It was one of the final Saturday morning cartoon blocks that was on traditional television before it ended, and before they completely ended Saturday morning cartoons altogether. I remember it had episodes of Spectacular Spider-Man, and I'm pretty sure Vortex had it. And I loved watching it. I have the first season on DVD. I've seen I own it on Blu-ray, first 2 seasons on DVD. Yeah, I've seen it at I've seen the complete series at Walmart. There's this one app I have. I remember what it is. Yeah, that was so great. I love watching all those cartoons, and it's just a shame people just can't have anything good in this world anymore, because it just seems any little thing just gets taken away. But Vortex, that was really cool. The variety of stuff that they had and whatnot. And they were going to have other shows on there, but stuff didn't work out. But I have an app. I think it's on the App Store. It's called Cartoon TV. I don't want to advertise this. I don't even know how much longer it's going to last, but okay, so if there's any show, any cartoon that you haven't seen, I would rather just say oh, just get the DVD, or just get it on DVD, but this app has all the different cartoons and stuff, and that's sometimes if I'm really desperate, or I really want to check it out, check a show out, I would try to watch it on Cartoon TV. Or if I already own it on DVD, I could check it on Cartoon TV, and there isn't any problem. Have you seen Sonic X? Yes, I have. I remember back in the days of 4Kids TV, that would air on there, and I remember that that show. I remember that it was so popular. I think that's what they even said. It was so popular in the States that, because the anime obviously it originated in Japan, but it was so popular in the States that I think the third season only came out in the States, if I'm correct. Or it was made in the States first. I can't remember what the deal was, but they said it was so popular, and it was even popular to the point that after it ended, they kept it in reruns. They always kept it in reruns, even after they moved. When Fox ended 4Kids TV, they moved Sonic X to CW 4Kids, and then Toonzai, and then Vortex. So it's they always try to keep it on. Yeah, and you're saying, oh, that looks cool. It's cool. It's just not. The only problem with it is it's not official. It's not an official app. It's free, and I can watch stuff, but I mean, I don't I would say that any show that you just like, I feel obligated to say, because I'm I don't want to come across as a thief or whatever, but I feel obligated to say just support the official release. Yeah. I mean, some stuff, I mean, in all fairness, some of these shows, like 90s Spider-Man, 90s Spider-Man's on here, and they don't even, that's not even out on DVD. Same as Kids Next Door. Cartoon Network never released, they released 2 volume sets of Codename Kids Next Door, but they never released season sets. And like Spider-Man, there it is right there. Spider-Man Animated Series, 1994. So it's like, I mean, one of the things I like about this is like the very obscure stuff that they never, like Disney, some of the stuff they never even fully released, like Leo and Stitch the series, Kim Possible, stuff like that. And that's why, one of the reasons why I found out about it, and I'm like, this is really cool. And also the files for the episodes are like when it aired on TV, because you can see the little like logo, like Disney Channel, Toon Disney logos or whatever. I love Kids Next Door. I really wish they had done they were going to do another one. It was going to be Codename Kids Next Door was a great show. Yes, it was. That was my jam. That was one of my favorite. I remember, I think it was my 8th or 9th birthday. And this was back when Blockbuster was still a thing. And I remember on my 8th or 9th birthday, they had a special thing where you could rent a DVD, and if it was your birthday, you could get, I think it was something, you could get a thing of Coca-Cola, I think 2-liter thing of Coca-Cola, and I think a thing of popcorn for free. You just had to rent a movie, I think is what it was. And I remember, at least I think for my 8th and 9th birthday, I always rented, it was Kids Next Door, Super Hugest Missions, Volume 1. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find a picture. Super Hugest Missions, Volume 1. And I spelled it super. Because they loved doing stuff like that. Super Hugest Missions, Volume 1. It was a DVD, and it had some of the, like, considered best episodes of Kids Next Door. There it is right there. And I would rent this, and I'd watch the episodes, and I'd have my popcorn, and just loved the gadgets. I loved the characters, and it was to the point I watched these particular episodes, and then they did a second volume, but and I watched these episodes so many times, and I still love them. I never got tired of these episodes. I'm trying to remember what that other one... Galactic Kids Next Door. Thank you so much. Galactic Kids Next Door. That was going to be the sequel spinoff. And there's been stuff going around that it might be happening. Or not that it might be happening, but there's been so many rumors that they had a fan. It was they had a real, like, a test animation thing of it made. And they tried getting Cartoon Network to pick it up, but they never picked it up. And that would have been a really cool thing, especially if it continued on Adult Swim. They could do that like what they did with Samurai Jack, because they brought back Samurai Jack for that last season. And I mean, and that ending, I think this is one of the few shows, I remember when this was on Netflix. They had all of the Cartoon Network shows on Netflix, and they had all 6 seasons. And it was one of the few shows, like, while it was on Netflix, it was one of the few Cartoon Network shows while it was on there that I watched all of it. And the only things that I had to watch them on YouTube because of stuff were the specials and the special and the series finale. Okay, I gotta go. My phone is dying, man. This was a great stream. Yes, it was, and I'm so happy. I'm glad that you were able to show up, Nitro. I hope that um like if I do any more of these live streams that like you can like you come back on, or you can invite your some of your friends, or just that'd be cool. It's great again. Like I don't mind doing streams, but I like having. So thank you so much for joining in, Nitro, and I'm probably gonna wrap this up here soon myself, because I'm starting to get tired. I've been out here for a while. Been sitting in the car where it's quiet. And I have other stuff I need to do tonight. I'm going to try to see about maybe watching a couple of my shows. Ran the script on the other video I got to do. I don't know. Just have to wait and see. But thank you again, Nitro. And you have a good night. I'm gonna wrap this up. So everybody who joined my stream, thank you for joining my stream. Okay, where's the thing? There it is. It's on the corner. This has been, and it's been going for 1 hour. 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 46 seconds. That's probably the longest video I have ever done for this channel that's been like publicly released and whatnot. Then again, I have one video, but I don't even think it's that long. So that's it. If anyone wants to write anything in the comments, anyone has any fond memories of the Marvel Netflix shows or any cool stories, feel free to comment down below. Like, share, comment, subscribe. And I'll see you here soon. I'm gonna do, this was just something off the bat. I had 2 other videos I was gonna do, like edit on the computer and release, because I like doing that format better, because they look cooler to me than just having this recording my like the menu on my tablet. But thank you all so much for joining, and like I said, feel free to like, share, comment, subscribe. And this is Edward West Summers, Crimson Witch, or Fierce Crimson Speedster, signing out. Bye.